Hey there, Dungeoneers, and welcome to episode 12, Deathly. We find our adventurers moving further north, under the employment of Tobias. But with these shadow bats appearing more through the night, how will our brave adventurers fare? Who knows? Sit back and relax. And don't forget, subscribe, like, and share. Really helps out. Sit back, relax, because here we go.
Just generally.
Sometimes you're like over here, over there, and I'm like, need even more wide angle.
You can stop giving us wheelie chairs.
It is a problem, I do know.
Well,
not for Gemma, because her feet aren't
I can't reach the floor, so it doesn't matter.
just swinging there like...
Yeah. I thought I'd put these heels on. I thought, oh, maybe I'll be able to. I can just.
You'd feel like a kid all the time, wouldn't you? You just like swing your feet.
I think that's why puppets
explains a lot, doesn't
To
it?
be fair, I want to do that on the chair.
That's
but-
great. I love that feeling.
Yeah.
You say that, but there's been a couple of times I've kicked Mark a few times.
You're swinging your legs around.
Some vicious foot scene going on here. I'm getting
That's
booted.
puppet level footsie.
Yeah. It's like, okay, what do you want to roll? Well, whatever you want. It was a +4.
It still wouldn't save my throat.
Yeah,
I love that the comments on the YouTube channel are now starting to pick up on your terrible role.
It's been a real thing, though. To be fair, it's been a real thing.
Cropping up.
I know, it's true. They don't know what's coming either because they're so far behind. It's like you got a few more episodes of some bad rolling people.
Well.
It's a thing. D&D!
D&D, baby.
D&D.
Previously on The Calling. The group were awoken by Poppet after sharing the hidden underground forest with a group of greenskins. Poppet advises that the greenskins left in the early hours, and it became obvious to everyone that neither party had intentions of malice to the other. Egravar, using his skills, managed to identify a number of items they came across recently. He found a number of them were magic items, and they were able to bolster the team's strength and skills, all but the braces that were found. They seem to give off an aura of all types of magic, which piques Egravar's and Tobias's interest. The group, with no real destination in mind, continued to head north following a faint trail left by the greenskins. Tobin, using his flying boots to aid navigation by flying above the canopies, noticed a glistening in the distance, so they decide to head in this direction and investigate. Before reaching this point, the weather suddenly takes a turn for the worse. The temperature drops and torrential rainfall causes flooding and makes travel significantly more difficult and dangerous, and lightning strikes Tobin a couple of times while he's flying, blinding him temporarily. They push on to try and find shelter, where they come across a covered area, the area that may have been the source of the glistening a few miles back. The glistening belonged to a fairy that had been captured in a lantern. Tobin broke the glass of the lantern, trying to free the fairy, which shot off into the distance the second it was able. The group decided to make camp in this small covered area, lighting fires to keep them warm with rain still pouring around them. Before long, darkness seems to close in and envelop them. I can't get my words out. And soon after, the shadow bats that they previously encountered appear in unimaginable numbers. A mass of bats keep darting towards them, trying to penetrate the remaining light that seems to be the group's only source of protection. Dodging the relentless dive bombing, the group strive to fight off the incoming attacks. Massively outnumbered and with nowhere to run, can our heroes survive the night, or will they succumb to the darkness?
Pretty bang on. Pretty bang on.
So we didn't get to have that one last week, the week before, whenever that was.
It is true. You're in a bit of a battle with these shadow bats that have taken on a more aggressive stance. Whether it's because you're deeper into the woods, whether it's because of the time of night, who knows? But they are starting to try and breach the light to get to you, which last time was holding a pretty stable and efficient barrier with ease. But they're trying to press you this time.
Mm-hmm. Did we have an idea of something metagaming? That we were lighting the fire to this, lighting the blue dust or whatever. What did we do?
That was in the previous time. It did nothing.
Did nothing. Okay.
As far as I recall. We've not got vast amounts of the blue dust left. So.
No, wasn't it the stuff that the other pixie left behind? I can't remember. It's been a while. I don't think it was successful anyway. I think we tried something, but then you had another idea, but without listening back, I can't remember.
You did try using the blue
we did.
pixie dust, to see if it would ignite or do something, or
I think it fizzled.
Yeah, and they'd been punching through a sort of making cone. They were sort of pushing through in a sort of concentrated beam of bats.
Yeah, you have a ball of light around you. So from the outside, it looked like super thick columbus. It's been burnt, destroyed by the light. Yeah. It's coming through like ends up into a point coming towards you of just bats because they're shattering and dispersing and burning and
Poppet had
being
been
obliterated.
Hit by it, hadn't she?
Poppet had taken a crack, yes.
How much?
A bit of a burn.
I think I've got the number of 25 written down over 2 hits. I think you took 2 hits, total 25.
So I've now got 25.
No, you've taken
25 points of necrotic damage. Oh, you bloodied.
I'm bloodied.
Oh, you have disadvantage on some rolls. Yes, you do. You now have disadvantage on ability checks.
but not attacks.
Not attacks, just ability checks. Like you. Because you've been rolling so well.
Mm-hmm. I need a new cup.
The way this is going, that might not be an issue.
We want that fairy to come back with reinforcements, don't we?
How long can we hold off is the question. Is how far through the night are we? Not long.
You're not long. The night has come in. They've tipped up. Your real time has been about not even a minute.
It's going to be a long night.
It's just a constant attack to the edges.
Obviously, I'm
constant hissing, bubbling.
Keeping the light cantrip going as
you are popping off the light cantrip.
But
you're not in any initiative. You don't need to be at the moment. It's just every now and again, randomly they're coming in and you're having to take deck saves. I'm allowing you to take your reactions or whatever as all this comes, or if you want to pre-do something, hold an action or risk something's coming. But we are on. All I'm going to play this is like a little timer on my dice. We're just going to see how you guys cope.
Can I top pop it up with a cure wounds? While in between the wave attack, I shall tap you on the shoulder for 9.
Ooh.
Heal you back up a bit. Don't go down yet, Poppet. We need you on your feet for a bit longer, and I'll go back to poised with a firebolt.
I will just stay very low and close to the light source as possible.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty much circling the fire. Mm-hmm. Or behind the fire, because there's a wall. So.
What did you cast light on?
I think it was on my...
Sorry, I have forgotten what you cast.
I think it was on me or something I'm holding. It's from me rather than from anything, if I recall. Okay. I didn't write down what I cast it on.
No, I can't remember. I don't know if it was... I can't remember.
Yeah, we had a reasonable fire going, and the light cantrip, I think, from me.
They do, and just as a quick recap, they do seem to bite through the fire's light way quicker than they do this real light through the cantrip.
But 2 light sources are better than 1, so we'll keep
absolutely.
It going.
Tobias had that scroll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think they sense us? How do you think they know? Do they see? Or is it like regular bats, like a sonar? Or what do we think?
That is a very, very good question.
I'm just aware that we have invisibility potions.
Not enough for all of us, I don't think. Because there were...
Let me check my backpack. Hold on. I have 2. How many do you have?
I do not have any potions of invisibility. It's not something I've been carrying. I don't know can't remember where you got those from. But no, I have nothing of such things.
We were given them, weren't we, by...
Was that in one of the shops?
Mushroom people.
Did Bear have some in the bag of holding?
Fear's gone.
Yeah.
Tobias, do you have the ability to do invisibility again today? Have you? I know you have done it in the past. Is it something you can do freely?
Yes, it is. I can do it to myself and one other.
I guess it is a risk because we will have to douse the fire and move away from the fire. Move away from the fire. Drop my light or leave my light.
Well,
I guess we could try it. It would mean running out into them is the only thing that...
We either tie a rope to whoever's going to be the invisible one, and then they could be dragged back, or...
try with one before we try with everyone.
Exactly, yes. Or I will volunteer and fly up, and then worst happens, I fall back to the ground. But I will remain in.
You'll come back. You will end up in the light.
In the light.
You will end up on top of this overhang.
Of course, we have an overhang. Then we tie a rope to somebody who leaves the lit area.
You could go if you went to the edge of the overhang. I could move forwards, and we could move underneath you still using because the light will travel with us a little, because it's my light is the one that is mostly keeping that bay. So if we can be beneath you at least close enough that you could.
But I won't be able to fall back down.
No, I'm saying we come out from under the underhang. We'll get rained on, but I think getting rained on is possibly the least of our concerns right now. We will dry out again.
As you say this, the hum and the sound of the bat wings and the noise sound like they're coming in once again, louder and louder with some screeching. And all of a sudden through the light, poof, an arm of these shadow bats come reaching in. Could I have a dexterity saving throw from everybody, please?
Can I firebolt it as well?
You can. After your save.
Yeah. 22.
Ooh,
That's
okay.
17.
That's a nice roll.
Good start.
18.
Starting well over there.
Is that the one I found? Is that...
It is, yes, actually.
She rolled it before we
It's
started.
punishing me.
Clearly didn't learn its lesson being kept in the cold.
Punishing me for leaving it behind.
What did you roll? Oh, is that what you rolled?
what I
Oh my,
rolled.
wow. Okay. This, oh, you're leaving. Oh, sorry, I thought you were just going. I'm going home. It's just not worth it. I'm done.
Give me the character.
I take it that was a 1.
Oh yeah, it was
Oh,
an
yeah.
epic fail.
Epic fail.
There's no two ways about that. That's getting the voice as well, sorry. But yeah, an arm of these bats come through. Around the outside, striking Tobias to the ground, knocking him down. Egravar, you just move out the way to your right, and they seem to turn right at the end and just manage to grab hold of Poppet once again. And just melt and crumble on, and you are dealt 9 points of necrotic damage.
My healing work undone.
Oh, I'm trying to heal myself again.
Oh, cheat! Does that put you bloodied once? Okay. Disadvantage on ability rolls.
Yay.
They do phase out.
Are we going to attempt this invisibility plan then?
I think
So, is Tobias okay on the floor? Is he?
He'll say, whatever you want to do, we need to get on.
Do we test it, or do we just go all go? If I drop my light, I can't maintain. As soon as I
think we need to
I will
test
lose
with
light.
just one. I don't think it's safe to.
Let me cast light on an item here in the center.
And then we run away. Oh, you've got light as well.
And cast light. We all go invisible. One goes. If it works, we can all go.
Good plan.
But where? Which direction and how?
Yeah, we won't be able to see each other once we do it. Which way were we? Can we remember which way we were coming in roughly?
North. You've been trying to bear
Shall
north
we
at all points.
Keep heading north? Maybe.
We can't even tie ourselves off to each other, can we? Unless you can make the rope invisible as well.
I don't know if that will work.
Beyond me and mine.
Applies to objects you are carrying, but not beyond that. I think we must. We will just have to.
If we all carry the rope.
The ground is wet. We will be able to see footprints.
Then we head north until
We're not going far. We don't need to get out
until
far and establish whether we're clear of these bats, and then we can slow down and hold.
They watered the terrain, so it will be very hard because it's not wet and soft. It's rapids of water coming down. Sloshy, 2 foot to 2 foot of water.
I don't think speed is going to make a difference here anyway. We will be better holding hands and walking together than running. They are faster than anything we can manage. We must, I think, staying together is more important. We can
testing this first.
Yes, if one person runs and comes back, we can then all hold hands and go together. Does that seem like a good plan?
I will gladly volunteer.
Are you unhurt at this stage?
I'm reasonably okay.
Does anyone need healing before we go further? Poppet, do you need another cure?
Is it using your...
Spell slots I'm okay for now.
Because I have got potions on me, which...
I've got enough for the moment, I think, so better to...
Hang on a minute.
It is better to use my...
Yeah, I've got
arcane.
potions of healing, and then 1 potion of healing greater.
It's up to you. The offer's there. If you've got plenty, use a potion. I'm not super inundated with spell slots.
But I've also got inventory.
Yeah, we're not too badly supplied with.
Does that mean if I use a potion because of my perioptic wound closure?
I think that only applies to healing die, doesn't it? If you're using your...
Whenever you roll a hit die.
Yeah, it's a hit die, not a healing. It's
not
different.
Healing. It's different.
Yeah.
That's fine. Never mind. But yeah, either way.
Okay, if you've got lots of potions, drink a potion, then we'll save my slots for in a crisis.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'm not super deep in slots at the moment.
Are you using a potion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to drink one of your heat invisibilities and go then?
Well, if Tobias can cast a spell, then it might be worth saving the potion.
Well, he can only do 2.
In case it doesn't work.
That's true, but he would need to do 2 straight away. Which is... He needs... he can do that and light at the same time, because light isn't concentration. I don't mind. It makes no difference. It probably makes no difference.
My light is from a scroll.
Well, if we do, then I can cast light on a stone and throw it away from us. That is I can do that without expending resources. Let us save your scrolls.
Then do so. Yes.
And how do you cast invisibility?
That is for me to know, but I can do 2. No more.
Then cast it on 2 of us. I will volunteer to.
If you cast
test.
it, if you do it on,
and if it works, I have 2 potions remaining.
do you want to hand them over to us before you go invisible, though? Otherwise, you won't be able to see them.
One must be on myself. Okay. And as you do this, he just leans out, and by the time his hand goes to touch you, Tobias is completely invisible. And then instantly you become invisible.
Okay.
I'm going to...
is it worth tying myself off? And then, if you have no response from me...
Whatever we're doing, do it quickly. We can't... yes, good. Okay, we shall...
Some rope.
Have I got rope? Have you got rope? Anyone got rope? Anyone got rope?
I have no rope.
Nope.
I've got rope.
I've got a spear.
No, I'll quickly hand you the end of some hempen rope. I've run out of hands to tie.
Jab him out. Get out.
Tie it to yourself. I'm holding potions in one hand. I'm trying to hold light in the third.
I'll tie it off around my waist.
Pop it. Hold the end. Go.
And
the rope is visible.
The rope is visible.
The rope is visible.
But they might not be. They're not going to be interested in rope. It's worth it.
It's worth a try. And if
Hopefully.
I'm devoured alive, then pull me back. I guess that you can do that, Puppet.
Not yet.
And I will hover out rather than in the direction.
So you're gonna just hover up under and then
rather than in the rapids. I'll
and then
hover up
just
on the rapids,
you just going through.
Literally. Before he gets to the edge, when I think he's getting near the edge, I'll send a firebolt into the area around him, try and thin the herd a little bit, as it were. Try and sort of blast a few out of it.
How do you know when he's going through with the rope? Are you watching the rope?
I can see the end of the rope.
Okay, so tell me, please, Egravar, exactly what you are doing.
So when
Tobin,
he's halfway to the edge, so not before he gets to the bats.
As the rope gets to the edge of the light.
Yeah, before he gets to the wall of bats, I'm gonna fling a firebolt past him.
Okay.
To try and just sort of break up the mass a bit.
Okay, as you see that rope glide the edge of the light, you loose a firebolt. Roll some damage.
You better roll that shit.
Do I need to roll?
You do need to roll to hit if you're aiming not at him.
No, I'm just aiming at the mass.
But you're trying to clear it a little bit for him. I will have you have a roll.
An attack roll.
Yes. I mean, you've got to. It's got to be so poor. Windering.
That's hot. Between a 4 and 18, I couldn't tell which. That's 10.
That's worse.
10. It's a 10. 0 point.
Are you keeping the 10?
Yeah, I'm going to keep with the 10. It's not so bad that I'll hit you, I'm sure.
Could you roll the damage?
Can sting me.
7. 7 fire.
As you see the edge of the rope get to the lighter bats, you loose a firebolt.
Don't have fireball yet.
Yeah, but it'd be funnier. Firebolt from your hands. The trouble is that Tobin is invisible, so he takes 2 points of fire damage as it is close. Tobin, the heat and the singe coming off the side of your face.
That doesn't smell like bat.
But your firebolt instantly fades out into the black. It is swallowed within seconds, along with the hissing and the burning sounds. And Tobin, the rope, pop it. It goes loose out into the black. Could you roll me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage?
At disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay, that is a 14. Make sure you get that.
And as you leave the edge of light into the bats, you are swarmed upon. The rope goes loose to the edge, and you are dealt 69 points of necrotic damage as you are smothered. 69 points.
That's insta death.
Of necrotic damage.
That's genuinely insta death.
Well, that didn't work then, did it?
No, you're dead. That's not even death saving throws, that's dead.
Annihilated into the black.
Twice your hit points gone.
Oh dear. Looks like I'm re-rolling then, doesn't it?
It was your idea, wasn't it?
It was my idea, so yeah, no one can be blamed for that one, but oh well.
That's nearly triple your hit points.
Well, at least you know not to go out now because, well, you couldn't see me.
Pop is just going to hand the rope to Egravar.
The rope, it just drops.
I'm going to close that up and think about my actions for a minute. Didn't really like Tobin anyway,
I kind of liked him. Mate, dice are dice.
So I'm
what can you do?
hold back.
Actions are actions.
It was an idea. Could have worked. It might.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
How much of my rope is left?
Just the 5 foot that Poppet had from her hand to the or whatever was left her. It's obliterated, gone.
Making
As you
really know what to do with
pull the. Well, I think we're going to hold for a second just to give Gary a moment.
To dry my eyes, yeah. No, that's all right.
It has to be. I don't know any other way. Man.
Yeah, 69.
It's brutal. It's brutal. You've gone. Body just annihilated. And all you hear is the hissing and the sissing and the bubbling.
Okay, so we're not going that way then. I'll just let's just keep light going.
Died by his own creation.
It's a first. I mean,
just quietly put. I'm just going to quietly put the potions of invisibility in my pocket. Well, okay.
Tobias will stay invisible.
He can.
Pop it in
What do you make of that?
It's okay, we can get new cats.
We'll get a new pet.
Yeah. I don't think dropping the light seems like a good idea.
No, but we knew that from the last time. It got dangerous.
Yeah.
I did not expect that.
But clearly they can sense us in other ways apart from sight.
It must be sonar.
Sonar, heat. Now you know. Yeah.
I think it, with them attacking the light, it's possible that, yes, heat or radiance, I thought, possibly.
Because they are drawn. I am curious. Would you be willing to make a small experiment? If we walk away from the fire.
If you can see his face right now, it's like...
I'm saying with the light, we keep the light up. I'm proposing we move together with my light away from the fire slightly and see which they are drawn to. Are they drawn to the heat or the light? Do you see my point?
I do.
They have only ever attacked us when we've had fire lit,
It has been at night.
but they've only ever attacked fire. And the light, we have added the light. I've only cast the light cantrip after the bats have been attacking us.
Yes.
I'm throwing it out there because I'm slightly panicking.
Yes.
I will confess.
I do hear this in your voice.
If we were to move away from the edge of the firelight, we will see. My cantrip should be able to keep them at bay from us, and we will see whether they stop once the fire, because they will come. They will smother that fire pretty quickly, I think.
Yes.
We can go back and light it. If we decided it's not helped. I don't know. If anyone has a better idea, I would be happy to try it.
I don't really want to move a muscle.
She's going
I
to
don't
try
really
and get a
want
little
to
thing
do
out
it.
of the bag, but he's going to be like...
Alternatively, we could just
I'm going to have
douse
to
the
put
fire.
that on a shot in the thing somehow.
We could just douse the fire without moving, and then relight it. Should it make no difference?
How would you like to douse a fire so that it is easily...
Through magic.
Okay.
I
Are
can
you
do that.
sure?
I can do that. I can literally do that. Prestidigitation allows me to light or snuff a small campfire.
Excellent. Agrava.
So it is possible. We can light it we can douse it without having to get it wet.
You feel his hand touch your arm, and Poppet, you feel his hand touch your arm, and he says, "So, go on then.
Okay.
I'm ready."
So I'm going to keep the light cantrip. I think because the light cantrip doesn't require concentration, so I can keep that going.
Yes.
And on my other hand, I will just point at the fire and sort of wave my hand, and it'll just sort of fade and dim. And we'll see whether the bats are still coming.
The bats are still attacking the light, the dome light. Speaking of which, it intensifies once again. And it is broken in two. Could I have dexterity saving throws again, please? No, you're good, Gary.
Yes!
I'm going to use a. I'm going to use a luck point on it.
Higher than a 1!
I had a natural 3, but I'm going to use one of my lucks to roll a 2.
Party wipe. Party wipe.
It's gonna be, isn't it?
No. I'm resistant to necrotic. It's fine.
I'm just wondering what I had on me that would have been of use to you as well.
They might find it one day in years to
Advantage
come.
on... Wait, advantage on... What does that mean?
Dexterity saving throws against things you can see.
Mm-hmm. While not blinded, deafened, or...
Yeah, that's a barbarian thing.
Yeah.
You've got advantage on dex
Oh,
saves.
I wish I knew that before. When I took the
You do
1.
Alright, so I'm currently on... My dex is 8. It is probably not... I'm not going to get that up to a pass even.
It doesn't matter anyway, because I rolled the same number twice.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What have you rolled?
15.
15. Right.
We're okay. It's
Yeah.
better than a 1.
Bear with. I've
Better
got a
than
thing, but I can't
69.
find it. I've got a thing, but I can't find it.
You didn't have to roll. You just went into the abyss and died. I don't think you felt any pain.
No, probably not. No.
I hope you didn't. I hope you didn't. This arms come through once again, wiping out Tobias from behind, knocking him down and burning, dealing huge necrotic damage, and also ending its turn at you, Egravar. Poppet, you do a little roll across the ground to get out of the way, and you take 18 points of necrotic damage.
Half because I'm resistant to necrotic.
You take 9 points. Maybe you should have gone out on the rope.
Yeah, thanks for volunteering there, Mister.
You really spoke up there, Egravar.
The thing is, though, if I go down, I'm the healer.
Well, yeah.
I was the one that was going to heal you.
It still would have been.
I'd have been unconscious, so I wouldn't. I'd have been out.
Yeah, but none of us would have been able to get to you
No.
anyway. So.
No, possibly not. Like,
Yeah, and I'm not yet at the level to have.
I mean, a rope just didn't cut it, but chain possibly.
Okay, so that didn't work. Shall I?
Tobias is prone and properly.
Okay, I'm going to relight the fire to get a bit more light. It does at least give us a bit more. Even though it's not making a huge difference. Tobias, do you need healing? Are you struggling?
I'm okay at the moment. I can have something. A potion.
Okay, I have.
Save your spells. This is dire.
Understatement of the
And
century.
he'll pull out a potion and kind of lean on his side and just knock one, throw the potion, the vase out, and get another one, and he'll take 3 potions.
God.
Slowly stand up to his feet. What is this?
Okay, what else can we do? What can we do? Need more
I literally
light.
can't do anything.
No.
Poppy doesn't know what to do.
And they only seem to be affected really by fire and light. So I'm not sure what else I've got. But
Burn everything.
I mean, I could sit here and fling firebolts. But
Yes.
that is
Gonna wrap Basashi's horse top around the end of my spear and try to set it alight,
You can absolutely. You can. Yeah.
just so we've got some more fire.
Yeah.
I can. Would you like to douse it in oil? I can give you some.
Well, I can either douse it in oil or I can put the oils that we're going to be used for keeping Basashi's stuff,
You got oil.
the armour and stuff oiled.
Probably flammable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll do that
then.
and keep your
I
oil.
think you got to learn, if you love something, let it go.
What I'm going to do then.
Horses, donkeys, cats.
I knew that one was coming.
It's worth a try. If we're going to go all out, if you're going to start swinging that spear, I will. I don't know if it'll do anything to them. I'm going to cast something I haven't done before, which is a spiritual weapon. So I will.
Okay.
So it summons a floating spectral weapon, which is going to be in the form of a cat's claw, because his mind is sort of stuck on
Tobin.
So yeah, I will cast that at 2nd level, and so that's going to start. So that's going to just appear at the edge of the light and start.
And just slashing away.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have that for a minute, is it?
It's a minute
comes
it's
through.
bonus action each turn to attack.
Okay.
And I will simultaneously start firebolting.
Okay.
Around.
Okay. Are we going to say for the next minute, Agrabah,
the cat's claw is sort of
your
swiping
bonus, you're going to use
slightly,
your spiritual
and
weapon,
and my firebolt with the other hand.
and you're firebolting you're going nuts. This is all out
full
war.
on panic.
Perfect.
But he's hoping he can just
I like it.
thin the crowds a bit.
Yeah, so I need 10 rolls of damage.
Yeah.
Could you do that on the
both.
side for both?
Okay.
And I will come over to Poppet. Poppet, you've taken Basashi's
Off.
tarp cover and the oils round the spear, igniting it.
Yeah.
What are you doing for the next minute? Are you just waving that into the bats?
Just waving it into the bats.
Could you give me 10d6s? Sorry, do we have any damage rolls here? You
hang
still...
on.
No, take your time. You good? You good?
So fire damage is 64.
Yeah.
My math won't math. What's going on? Right.
Go on, what numbers you got?
Too many.
Okay.
Right.
Plus
Right, that one, then that one. That's another 10. So 5.
This is the sound
30.
of people
30.
doing mathematics. Pardon?
I'm smart. Right. I've done 30.
30 points of fire
30.
damage.
that's 84 points of force damage from the spiritual cat claw.
How much, sorry?
84.
84
force damage.
Right.
I believe. Surprisingly.
So over the next minute, you have Egravar summoning the very Tobin-looking cat claw coming out and swiping into these bats, and Egravar yourself just loosing firebolts crazily. You pop it, you set fire. You just have a massive fire rag on the end of a spear just waving into these bats, the hissing, the sound, the noise. Tobias, the invisibility comes off and you just see his hands outreach and flames leave his hands, going in an arc. You're all kind of back to back, fighting in a thing for the next minute. He's just loosing small flames, also known as Egravar. You notice slightly burning hands, very similar to burning hands. After a minute of absolute carnage, mayhem, and panic, you stop. The shadow bats are still pulsing the light. And you hear once again a build-up. As an arm explodes in. Could I please have dexterity saving throws?
That's more like it. Dirty 20.
Oh, okay, cool.
17.
Here we go. Oh, excellent. You all dive, roll and duck as this arm misses all of you and just disintegrates into the middle, hitting nobody but leaving behind carbon and sticky tar and an odd smell. But you all escape that arm.
Has there been any let up in the... Is it looking any change at all?
And you cannot tell. It is just encumbered. But you've been giving it hell for the last minute.
Could I tell whether the my spiritual weapon was doing anything significant?
You could hear it alongside. Your firebolt fizzes and you can hear the fizzing of it doing damage. The same as with the slashing of the claws, you can hear the damage. And there's a few bats from your firebolt, and from from Poppet with the staff. You know, you can see the fire being lit up and damage being done.
Do we keep going? Do we have any other option?
We're just going to keep going. There's no else to do.
Is the cat's claw... Is my... spiritual weapon worth continuing? It's not that I'd have to recast it at that point.
It is starting to do like a bit of a flicker, yeah.
I guess we can do it for another minute and hope see if we can thin them out enough. I don't know. I'm still slightly panicking. It's only a minute since our friend screamed his last.
Poppet's clearly panicking because she's just playing.
I don't think there's any screams.
I don't even know if Poppet's turned around listening. Are you raged? Are you raging?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, you're raging.
Yeah, go on. I think I'm gonna. I will refresh the spiritual weapon one more time.
Okay.
And do another.
Okay.
Just keep going.
Are we going another minute?
I can't think of anything else to do, so yeah, panicking.
Could I please have the rolls again if you are going again? You can absolutely see damage being done.
I assume we're not needing to roll to hit them because we're just...
No, it's just you're going out. And what it is showing you, though, is you're just randomly swinging out that they're there to hit.
Yeah, it's
they're there to hit.
In all directions.
Yes.
Okay, so
And
Fire bolts.
thoughts enter your mind of Tobin and how instant this must have been. Your brave monk friend.
He was no pussy. I don't know what to create.
Cleric of Light. You didn't cleric. You don't want light. You don't want the cleric.
Something comes in to save us.
Paladin would be cool. Still have a bit of martial prowess. 8.
Done more damage this time. Freaking out.
20.
I'm
39.
going to give you an option to think about just quickly while Sarah adding up. Do you want to be somebody from this world, the calling? Do you want to be someone from an order? No.
Oh, no. Okay.
No.
Go on.
Do you want to be from an order from this world, or somebody, a human, or anything from this world? Just think about it over the next. We'll sort all.
That's a ritual.
I'm on the spot now. When do you want the when do you want the character by break?
Oh yeah. Well, do you want to be playing tonight?
What I mean.
Yeah. Like
if you want to play tonight,
you can do it by. You can do it by break. What I mean is, whatever character you create, do you want it to be from here, and I can give you like something to go with, or do you just want to create a character that's made its way through? So that's what I'm saying.
I say for the night, just till we've
I mean, I'm thinking of
finally joined you.
Yeah, I'll give it 10 minutes before you first.
If you all die, then we'll think of some. I'll think of something different.
Well, we'll end up back in Baldur's Gate start again. Reset.
Yep.
So that was from that minute. There was 57 fire damage from 10 fire bolts.
Nice.
And 71 force damage.
71 force damage.
I mean,
Perfect.
It's the +4 on every one adds up.
Oh, it's so good.
You know that's a lot of +4s, isn't it?
Yeah, that's so good.
Because I'm raging.
Yes.
Do I also get Divine Fury?
Being.
That's why you're ranging the first creature you hit on each of your turns with the weapon attack takes 1d6 +2 necrotic damage.
Yes, you do.
I've just realised I should have been doing.
So
1d6.
Yeah, 1d6. Yeah.
I should have done my Celestial Revelation, shouldn't I?
10. If you want to.
Yeah.
2. I could have done another.
8.
I could have done a load more damage, but never mind.
Was it 10?
Yeah. 80.
80. So 39 fire, 80 necrotic.
80 necrotic. Nice. For the next minute, you are fighting these shadow bats, this darkness, this necrotic evil, with everything you have, causing massive amount of damage. The fire wavering through the air from the staff, fire bolts loosing in all directions, burning hands breaching out through the orb of light. These bats, these shadow bats, just keep coming. You've all definitely built up a sweat.
Well,
and there's an intense hum builds up. Could I please have another dexterity saving throw?
Don't forget your advantage.
Thank you.
Roll 2. 2 Utah.
So that is game.
16.
16. Okay.
I think at that on that one I will use my favoured by the gods to try and tip it over, because I think it's on the book. It's not enough, but it might be with. So that's 10, 11. That's 16.
Okay. But you're all able to dodge this arm of shadow bats coming in, reaching for you.
Still no noticeable change in the intensity of either the arm or the. I don't know what else we can do. I don't know what else we can.
Ooh. Could you all roll me a perception roll, please?
You dice. Oh,
do
natural
I-
20.
Away! Critical!
What am I doing?
It doesn't really
Yeah,
but
I'll
it's still
That puts me
critical.
on a,
Still better than
perception
dying.
22.
You notice a boot flapping around.
It gets carried in.
One of the bats has got some fur on it.
Perception, so.
Yes.
Am I disadvantaged at this?
Yes.
Ability check.
Yes.
Good, damn it. Oh, it's 10.
Unless you take a potion and you're not half bloodied,
I'm not half bloodied.
then no, you do not have disadvantage.
Oh, right, okay, so that was a dirty 20.
Oh, nice. After this armor's come in and missed you all, you start to hear a hum, but it's slightly different to the bats building up with intensity. These shadow bats, this hum is coming from the west. And you start to hear the screaming, super high screams of bats, even though you have stopped burning. What do you want to do?
Shall we head towards it? Whatever it is, it seems to be killing the bats. Or do we stay under our outcrop? The light will go with us. It will continue to.
In hope, Pop is just going to start going to the west.
Okay, yeah, we'll fine. I'll follow Poppet then. Keep the light. Keep with our light. Tobias.
Tobias suddenly coming. What are you doing? Where are we going? Are you moving off?
Yeah,
are you moving
We're
into the
going
water?
west.
We're gonna have to, yeah.
In hope.
Just as you are moving left, Poppet, you're about to step down because you are higher up out of the water. As you step down, you are semi-blinded by a blue cast of light that burns through and burning through this wall of shadow bats. And you see a figure approaching with a lantern that has a fairy inside, and this lantern is giving off blue light.
Never let that fucking fairy go.
And as he walks, or as they walk
Kill us all.
up onto by the fire, the bats start to fizzle and fade away.
Try and do a nice thing. Kill everybody.
And this hooded person looks above the chain of the lantern, puts this lantern down, not saying a word, unclips this lantern and puts up the next lantern.
Have the bats now? Are they still?
The bats are no longer around. They have dispersed, and for the first time, it feels like hours, even though it's been moments. You can see the moonlight bits coming through this dark night into the trees. Also, to the left, you see material washed up, being pushed against the side of the boulder. They are the robes of Tobin. No bones, no nothing, just some of the material caught in the shallow rapid.
Pop
The
is
water.
going to pick it up and put it in a pot.
Or is artifacts? Or is this stuff with him as well, or is it just?
It's been washed in the rapids. It's only round the front corner where he'd clearly been destroyed that his robes had got stuck up. Well, until Poppet has picked them up.
Thank you. Words that fail me. You have saved us from near certain death. I fear we would not have lasted much longer. Thank you.
Did you do this? Did you do this to the lantern?
One of our party...
The stupid cat.
one of our party did, but he...
Where are they? And turns around with a crossbow. Who was it?
The stupid cat.
I gesture towards the sort of the bit of ragged cloth that Poppet is fishing out of the he is no longer with us. The bats, they took him. All of him. This appears to be all we can see that is left.
Yes, they do that. They're a curse upon this land.
We are new here. We are new to this area. We did not know of these things. This is only us. We encountered them one night previously, but not in these numbers.
Listen.
We did not know we have never seen these lanterns before. I don't think we were aware of their purpose.
Well, now you know. You see a lantern, you stay by it. It's a lifeline. The further north you go, the darker the magic, the more powerful, scary things you see. Blue light is life. Light is life. I don't know where you're from, and I don't care. You damage one of these lanterns again, ain't nobody coming for you.
Absolutely, there is no question in my mind that we will never. Is there anywhere we can acquire one? I see you have a second one you are carrying. Is there anywhere we could acquire lanterns for ourselves? We are happy to work or trade or pay, whatever it takes, but I think I would hate to be caught without this protection in the future.
Yes. Trouble is, it's the fairies inside. Have you not been approached by any?
Oh, many times.
And you have not connected with one?
But they
serve a purpose is what they do. They serve a purpose for us. They protect us.
They led us. We followed them to a tree that was being afflicted by some spirits, but that is all. We've only seen them sort of flitting around.
Did you find anything where they directed you to?
The tree.
Any purpose? Just the tree? Nothing else?
Well, the tree had a doorway within it that led us somewhere, a hidden space within the tree, under the tree.
You found nothing. The fairies are the ones that have suffered. The fairies and the pixies have suffered worse than anyone, and they give up their lives to enter a lantern to protect those. So everything they do is to try and help themselves. They try and guide us to weapons. They try and guide us to truths. Everything to destroy this darkness.
So they do not mind being contained within these lanterns.
You cannot just grab one and throw them in. It is an honourable deal from their part.
Well, it'd be nice to know.
Well,
I hear a whisper on the wind.
Well, that is much appreciated. Can we offer you any recompense for your saving us?
Yes. You can think a little harder. Be
His voice is
a little wiser. Leave me alone. And he'll just walk off.
Wait. Can you not direct us? Can you not direct? I asked can you direct us to somewhere we might be able to acquire a lantern for ourselves? Is there a settlement nearby where we can resupply and restock?
Daylight, head northwest.
Northwest. Thank you.
Well,
thank you for your aid. We will.
You thank me now. It is your best chance of getting a lantern.
Thank you. Has he taken the broken one with him? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. To fix, possibly. Who knows? But he's taken it and he walks off. With his lantern.
Sorry, just going to catch up.
No.
So is there still one above us?
Yes. By all means, like he says, there may be safe points, safe zones scattered about the calling. And the further north, the more you may see, or
I think
likelihood you're going to find stuff out.
we should wait till light. Perhaps we should before sleep. We should see if we can find anything else of Tobin's, if it hasn't been washed away. Is there quite a current then in the water? Or is it?
Yeah, it's still, the rain is still coming down. It's difficult terrain.
I have a way to search without going out there. If that is probably the safest bet. But it would mean, I presume I'm going to drop the light cantrip now to see whether, just now that the lantern's up, presume that if I do that, poised to bring it back up again in case that if they.
So you're dropping the light?
Just for a second, yeah.
Okay. As you drop the light, there's no sound, there's no...
Is there enough illumination between the lantern and the fire that we can see it enough to...
You can see each other. It is literally a blue light. It's not a white light or a red or orange light from it. It is a blue haze of a light. It's soothing. A soothing blue and purple.
I will, if you are happy to protect me for a moment, I will be momentarily blind. He'll wave his arm and wave his hand, and the owl that he summoned earlier reappears from in a sort of puff of little in sort of gold light, a little puff of gold light. I'm going to cast light on the owl to help. I mean, it can see in the dark, but I think it'll find it easier to see with that. And I believe I can use its senses while it is within 100 feet of us. While your familiar is within 100 feet, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn. So if I will be blind and deaf, but I can see through the owl's
Beastmaster style, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to send the owl out to.
So you've cast light on the owl.
Yeah.
And you're sending the owl out.
Owl out, sort of 100 feet, following the current to try and see if we can see anything. Try and find any of Tobias's worldly goods, because...
Perfect. Well, as your owl breaks the light, starts flying around, you're going higher and higher up until you're breaching the top of the canopy, looking round. And then all of a sudden, all you see is the moon, and the light of the moon disappear. And all you can see now are shadow bats surrounding the owl. What do you do?
I'll bring it back then. If it's getting attacked, it'll come back.
Yeah, as it does so, as it comes straight into the blue,
Yeah.
bats.
Okay.
And where you could hear it following, you could all hear the noise of the bats coming in as the owl comes.
Well, I am glad I sent the owl rather than going ourselves. That could have been
Stupid.
Poppet's just gonna look at you, head tilted like.
Do not be alarmed. The owl is not a real owl. It is a magical manifestation. If it were to get injured, it can be brought back.
But could we have not say it's a cat?
That wouldn't have necessarily known that wouldn't have solved the problem. We couldn't cast invisibility on if we'd cast the invisibility on the owl, we wouldn't have had enough invisibility to do all of us. It was we only had 4 invisibilities, so I did think about that, but I knew that if we made the owl invisible, somebody else wouldn't be invisible.
I don't think he liked Tobin. He didn't tell him about his resistance. I think damage. Or the
I'm sorry. There's a lot of stuff on my character sheet. What would you
Perception test.
And you see and you see just above table. This is why I smile when I give my players everything they want.
Yeah.
Because
You take it away.
well, you end up having that much, you forget what you've got at certain times, and that's part of the fun. Dying is never fun, but yeah.
No, the fun part of dying is getting to create another character.
New character. As much as it hurts and cuts sometimes, salty.
A little bit.
Yeah. You know, you get to make a new character, and that's super cool. It does sting, though. I know.
And I get to
can
make
see
drawings of the cat.
Pet cemetery going on here.
No, that's my shelf at home.
Oh, right.
It's actually sat on it, ready for the next victim of Poppet.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
You've not managed the TPK. Close.
Did you?
Not to.
Yeah.
What wasn't I? No, I have chosen. What? No, nothing. I'm just rolling dice at this side of the thing. I don't make people do stupid stuff.
No, people do stupid.
I put stupid things in front of you, and then things can happen. But
How do I know?
Shall we try to rest till light? We can't leave this spot while it's
rest.
dark.
I don't think I can rest.
Well, we're going nowhere while it is dark. Clearly, I think we must wait till morning. It has only just got dark. We have got a long night ahead, but the lantern.
Poppet's just going to go sentry.
Sentry mode. Okay. Thinking about some decisions people have made.
Excuse me.
I'm going to pull out my alchemy jug.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say to Tobias, do you have a preference for beer or wine? I think we both would benefit from a drink.
No, I do not, but any would be grateful. Thank you, Edgar.
I'll I'll undo the wine cork then and pour us both well, we've got half a gallon each.
It's a down in a one.
Yeah.
One more, please,
Go.
Edgar. Thank you.
Yeah.
This second one, he'll play with it for a few moments.
Yeah, we both have a stiff drink and then.
Yeah.
Well, a stiff I can manage. I can't. So it doesn't do anything stronger than wine. I think that was. That was a thing. That was. I have never seen someone I know die. That's yes. Oh.
I have, but that was efficiently quick, brutal.
I hope he didn't suffer. At least, well, as you say, at least it was quick.
Mm.
We should try to rest while Poppet keeps an eye.
Night, Agravar.
Well, I think good is not the word I would use.
Right about now, good is good. There are no
Sleep.
buts.
I hope you are able to rest.
I will, and he'll pull out a little potion bottle and pop it. Gluck, 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 gluck. And with about 5 seconds, you just hear his body slump.
It's good stuff. Yeah.
Tobias is out cold.
I'll wrap myself up in my not even get a blanket out because it's all too wet. I'm just gonna wrap myself up in my slightly damp
Soaked.
cloak and get as close to the fire as I can comfortably manage.
Mm-hmm. Okay. There is the heat off the fires. It's good. I mean, it's pretty cold. It's wet, but you'll be fine. Could I please have some perception rolls? From Poppy. It's okay, you're rolling great now.
Why say it? Why?
I don't know, I like to tempt fate. I don't believe in...
14.
Yeah, I see. The rain is still coming down, and the sound of the rain in the rapids, this slow-moving rapid around you. It's a lot more peaceful than it was in the sound of bats. Poppy, over the next few hours, there's nothing really happening, stirring. Is there anything you particularly wanting to do, or are you just staying sentry?
Yeah, sentry.
Okay. As daylight is breaking, you can take the effects of a long rest. But we're going to hold it there. and end session, and let's see what we can do about dead comrades. You did.
You did.
What were you doing?